I stared at my engagement ring, watching it catch the afternoon light streaming through our living room window. 3 weeks. Just 3 more weeks and I'd be Mrs. Daniel Carter. Babe, did you confirm the flowers? Daniel called from the kitchen. Yeah, done. I called back, smiling as he walked in with 2 cups of coffee. He handed me one and kissed my forehead. You're amazing, you know that? I did know. Daniel told me every single day. He was everything I'd ever wanted, stable, successful, kind. My mother practically worshipped him. My father had actually cried when Daniel asked for my blessing. My friends were jealous in that supportive way friends get when you found something good, but lately I'd been thinking about Ryan. So, Jessica called, I said, trying to sound casual. She's planning the bachelorette party for next weekend. That's great, Daniel said, scrolling through his phone. You deserve a fun night out. You've been so stressed with all the planning. She mentioned inviting some old college friends. Sounds perfect. I want you to have the best time. He looked up at me with those trusting brown eyes. You only get one bachelorette party, right? Right, one night. One last night before I became someone's wife forever. Jessica texted me that evening. Ryan's in town. Should I invite him? It's your party. Your call. My finger hovered over the keyboard. I should have said no. I should have remembered that Ryan was my ex for a reason, because he was exciting and dangerous and completely incapable of commitment. We'd broken up 2 years ago, and I'd moved on, but something twisted in my chest. Curiosity, nostalgia, maybe even excitement. Sure, I typed. Why not? It's just a party. Just a party. Just one night. I had no idea what I was about to destroy. The music pounded so loud I could feel it in my chest. Jessica had really outdone herself. Private lounge, open bar, decorations that screamed, bride-to-be. My bridesmaids were already drunk. My sister Emma was trying to organize some ridiculous game. Lily, my college roommate, kept shoving shots in my hand. Come on, Lily shouted over the music. Live a little. You're getting married, not dying. I laughed and took the shot. And then another. The room started to blur in that pleasant way where nothing seems too serious. Having fun? Jessica appeared beside me, grinning. The best. I hugged her. Thank you for this. Anything for you, babe. Oh, and just so you know, she nodded toward the entrance. Your past just walked in. Don't do anything stupid, I turned. Ryan stood in the doorway, tall and confident, with that same crooked smile I remembered from college. He caught my eye and raised his hand in a casual wave. My phone buzzed. Daniel, hope you're having fun. I love you. Can't wait to marry you. I stared at the message. My fingers felt heavy as I typed back a heart emoji. That was it. Just an emoji. Like he deserved more, but I couldn't give it right then. Hey, stranger. Ryan's voice was right behind me. I turned. He was closer than I expected. Hey, so you're really doing it, huh? Getting married? Yeah, I said, trying to sound confident. I am. He leaned against the bar, studying me. Do you ever think about us? I should have walked away. I should have said no, never, I'm completely happy, and gone back to my bridesmaids. But the alcohol was warm in my veins, and Ryan's eyes were exactly as I remembered them. Sometimes, I said. His smile widened. Sometimes, huh? It doesn't mean anything, doesn't it? Emma appeared, grabbing my arm. Come on, we're taking photos. I let her pull me away, but I could feel Ryan's eyes on me the whole time. And the worst part? I liked it. The night spiraled after that. More drinks. More dancing. More Ryan. He stayed close and I didn't stop him. Jessica had disappeared with some guy. Lily was dancing on a table. Emma tried to check on me around midnight. You okay? She asked, concerned. I'm fine. I waved her off. Go have fun. She didn't look convinced, but she left. Ryan touched my elbow. Want to get some air? It's crazy in here, I nodded. We made our way to the rooftop balcony. The city stretched out before us, lights twinkling like stars. The cool air felt good against my flushed skin. Remember when we used to sneak onto the roof of the library? Ryan asked. Yeah, I said softly. We thought we were so rebellious. We were good together. We were a mess. A beautiful mess. He moved closer. I miss this. I miss you. Ryan, do you ever wonder what would have happened if I hadn't been such an idiot? If I'd actually committed? I should have said no. I should have reminded him that he had been an idiot, that he'd broken my heart, that I'd found someone better. but the words stuck in my throat. He kissed me, and I kissed him back. "Come back to my place," he whispered against my lips. I should have said no. God, I should have said no. But instead, I heard myself say, "Okay." The cab ride was a blur. His apartment looked the same. We didn't talk much. I told myself it didn't mean anything. It was just closure. One last time before I became Mrs. Daniel Carter. What Daniel didn't know wouldn't hurt him, but even as I thought it, I knew I was lying to myself. I knew exactly what I was doing. I was being selfish. I wanted the thrill, the passion, the danger, everything Daniel wasn't, and I convinced myself I could have both. When I woke up the next morning in Ryan's bed, sunlight streaming through unfamiliar curtains, reality crashed down on me. My phone, 15 missed calls from Daniel, my head, pounding, my stomach, twisted with guilt so intense I thought I might vomit. Morning. Ryan mumbled beside me. I couldn't look at him. I grabbed my clothes from the floor, my hands shaking. "Where are you going?" he asked. "I have to leave, but I have to go." I practically ran out of his apartment. In the cab home, I rehearsed my lies. Phone died. Too drunk. Lost track of time. He'd believe me. Daniel always believed me. I thought I could bury this. I thought I could shower it away, pretend it never happened, move forward with my perfect wedding and my perfect life. I was so wrong. I showered until my skin hurt. The water never felt hot enough to wash away what I'd done. I stood there, watching the water circle the drain, wishing I could disappear down it too. My phone rang. "Daniel." "Hey," I answered, trying to sound normal. "Are you okay?" His voice was thick with worry. "You didn't answer all night." I was freaking out. "I'm fine," I lied smoothly. My phone died. The party got crazy. I'm exhausted. I was so worried. I almost drove over to Jessica's. Guilt punched through my chest. "I'm sorry. I should have charged my phone. It's okay. I'm just glad you're safe. Did you have fun?" "Yeah, it was great. Good, you deserved it." "I love you. I love you too." The words tasted like ash. He believed me. Of course he believed me. Daniel had no reason not to trust me. That trust, that beautiful, unconditional trust, made everything worse. For the next few days, I tried to act normal. Dress fittings, catering meetings, bridal showers. I smiled, I laughed. I played the excited bride. But every time Daniel kissed me, every time he looked at me with those loving eyes, I wanted to disappear. "You've been weird since the party?" Jessica said over coffee 3 days later. "No, I haven't." "Yes, you have." "Did something happen?" "No," I said quickly. "Just wedding stress." She studied me. "If something happened, you'd tell me, right?" "Of course." Nothing happened. She didn't look convinced, but she let it go. My phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number. "Last night was amazing. I forgot how good we were together. Ryan." I'd forgotten I had his number saved. Another text. "We should talk." My hands shook as I blocked his number. That was it. It was over. It never happened. I'd move on, marry Daniel, and never think about Ryan again, but secrets don't stay buried. They claw their way out no matter how deep you dig. 1 week before the wedding, everything fell apart. Daniel came home early from work. I was in the kitchen, obsessing over the seating chart, trying to keep Aunt Martha away from Uncle Jim. I heard the door open. "Hey, you're home early." I looked up. His face stopped me cold. I'd never seen Daniel look like that. Cold, distant, shattered. "We need to talk," he said quietly. My heart stopped. "About what?" He pulled out his phone. His hand was shaking. He turned the screen toward me, a screenshot. Ryan's Instagram story from the night of my bachelorette party. Me and Ryan on the rooftop balcony. His arm around my waist. Both of us laughing. The caption, "Some things never change." "That's not," I started. "I got a message," Daniel interrupted. His voice was flat. "From someone who was at your party. Someone who saw you leave with him." The room tilted. "Did you sleep with him?" Daniel's voice cracked. "Did you sleep with Ryan?" I could have lied. I could have denied everything, gasped in outrage, accused him of not trusting me. But the way he looked at me, like I'd already destroyed him, made lying pointless. "Yes," I whispered. Silence. Heavy and suffocating. Daniel didn't yell. Didn't throw anything. He just stared at me like I was a stranger. Why? He finally asked. I don't know. Tears streamed down my face. It didn't mean anything. It was a mistake. I love you, Daniel. I love you so much. You love me? He laughed, bitter and broken. You spent the night before our wedding with your ex-boyfriend and you love me? Daniel, please, get out. What? Get out of my house. His voice broke. We're done. No, please, I grabbed his arm. It was one mistake. One stupid mistake. I'll do anything. Please don't do this. He pulled away from me. You didn't just make a mistake. You betrayed me. You disrespected me, our relationship, everything we built. For what, for him? It didn't mean anything. Then why did you do it? He was crying now, too. Why, if it meant nothing? I had no answer. The wedding's off, he said. I want you out of here tonight. Daniel, get out. I packed a bag through tears and called Jessica. She picked me up without asking questions. Daniel called off the wedding that night, posted it on social media, told everyone why my perfect life ended in one conversation. The next morning, my phone exploded with messages. Most were from people who'd been invited to the wedding. Some were sympathetic. Most were not, my mother called, crying. How could you do this? How could you humiliate us like this? Mom, Daniel was perfect. Perfect. And you threw him away for some ex-boyfriend? What is wrong with you? My father wouldn't even talk to me. Emma called later. I can't believe you, she said. He was perfect for you. I know. I was sobbing. I don't know what I was thinking. That's the problem. You weren't thinking. You were being selfish. Jessica came over that evening with wine and takeout. Okay, she said, sitting on the couch beside me. Talk. I ruined everything. Yeah, you did. She wasn't gentle about it. You threw away the best thing in your life for what? A one-night stand with Ryan? Are you insane? I don't know what happened. I saw him and I remembered how it used to be and you forgot about Daniel? The man who loved you? The man who was planning to spend his life with you? I didn't forget. You just what? Wanted to feel special? Wanted the excitement? Grow up. Daniel made you special every single day and you destroyed him. I cried into her shoulder. She let me, but I could feel her disappointment. Over the next few days, I tried reaching out to Daniel through mutual friends. He refused to see me. He returned the engagement ring through his lawyer. The wedding venue was canceled. The caterers, the photographer, the florist, everything. Guests were notified. Our couple's Instagram page was deleted. I became the villain in everyone's story. Ryan texted again. Hey, heard about you and Daniel. Want to meet up? I stared at the message. Part of me, the desperate, broken part, actually considered it. But I agreed to meet him at a coffee shop, more out of loneliness than anything else. He walked in with that same cocky smile. So, he said, sitting down, you're single now? That's when I realized he didn't care. He didn't want to support me or be there for me. He just wanted to gloat. He wanted to know he still had power over me. I stood up. I have to go. Wait, what? I walked out without looking back. 3 months later, I was scrolling through Instagram when I saw it. Daniel, smiling. Really smiling. With his arm around a woman I didn't recognize. The caption? Sometimes the right person comes along when you least expect it. Happy to have you in my life, Claire. Claire. Her profile said she worked at his company. She was pretty. Normal. She looked at him the way I used to look at him. The way I should have kept looking at him. They looked happy. It broke something in me I didn't know could still break. I'd convinced myself that maybe, eventually, Daniel would forgive me. That we'd find our way back to each other. That he'd realize everyone makes mistakes. But seeing him with someone else shattered that delusion completely. Claire wasn't more beautiful than me. She wasn't smarter or funnier. But she was something I wasn't, trustworthy. I spiraled. I stopped going to work. Eventually, I quit. I stopped seeing friends. I spent my days in pajamas, scrolling through Daniel's social media, torturing myself with pictures of the life I'd destroyed. Jessica tried to help. You need to move on, she said during one of her intervention visits. You made a mistake. A huge, terrible mistake. But you can't live like this forever. How do I move on from ruining the best thing that ever happened to me? Therapy, time, actually trying. But trying felt impossible when I could see exactly what I'd lost. Updated daily on social media. 6 months after the breakup, I ran into Daniel at a grocery store. My heart nearly stopped. He was in the produce section, looking at avocados. He looked good, better than when we were together, healthier, happier. "Hi," I said weakly. He looked up, startled. "Hi." We stood there awkwardly. Other shoppers moved around us. The fluorescent lights hummed overhead. "You look good," I finally said. "Thanks." "You too." He didn't mean it. I looked terrible. "How have you been?" "Good. Really good, actually. I saw your posts." "You and Claire look happy." "We are." He wasn't being cruel. Just honest. "I'm sorry," I blurted out. "I know I've said it before, but I really am. I ruined everything, and I hate myself for it." Daniel looked at me for a long moment. His eyes were sad, but not angry. "I believe you," he said quietly. "But sorry doesn't change what you did. You didn't just cheat on me. You disrespected me, our relationship, everything we built together. And for what? A guy who didn't even care about you?" I had no answer. "I hope you figure out what you really want," he continued. "Because until you do, you're just going to keep hurting people. And yourself. I know. Take care of yourself." He picked up his avocados and walked away. I stood there in the produce section, frozen, while other shoppers pushed past me. He was right. About everything. I hadn't just hurt him. I'd destroyed myself too. It's been a year now. Daniel married Claire last month. I saw the photos online. Jessica sent them to me, thinking I should know. He looked at her the way he used to look at me. Full of love. Full of trust. I didn't cry. I just closed the app and sat in silence. I've started therapy. Dr. Martinez asks me questions I don't want to answer. Why did you sabotage your relationship? What were you really looking for that night? Do you think you deserve Daniel's love? That last question hit hard. Maybe I didn't. Maybe some part of me knew I didn't deserve someone that good, so I destroyed it before he could realize it himself. I've apologized to my family. My mother eventually forgave me, though our relationship isn't the same. My father still barely speaks to me. Emma and I are slowly rebuilding. I'm proud of you for getting help, Emma said last week. It's a start. Is it enough? I don't know, but it's something. Ryan reached out again a few months ago. Another text. Hey, been thinking about you. Drinks? I deleted it without responding. He was never the answer. He was just an excuse for my own selfishness and cowardice. I don't know if I'll ever find love again. I don't know if I deserve it, but I'm trying to become someone who does. I destroyed the best relationship I ever had because I was selfish, reckless, and stupid. I spent my bachelorette night with my ex just for fun, and it cost me everything, and I have no one to blame but myself. Last night, I wrote Daniel a letter. I'll never send it, but writing it helped. Dear Daniel, I know you'll never read this, and maybe that's for the best. But I need to say it anyway. I destroyed us. Not because I didn't love you, but because I didn't love myself enough to appreciate what we had. You gave me everything. Your trust, your patience, your future, and I threw it away for a moment of selfish stupidity. I see you're happy now. I'm glad. You deserve someone who values you the way Claire does. Someone who won't betray you the way I did. Someone worthy of the love you give. I don't expect forgiveness. I just want you to know that losing you was the biggest regret of my life. And I'll spend the rest of my life learning from it. I hope you have the beautiful life you always deserved. Goodbye, Daniel. I folded the letter and put it in a drawer. Maybe one day I'll burn it. Or maybe I'll keep it as a reminder of the person I never want to be again, because some mistakes can't be undone. Some bridges once burned can never be rebuilt. And sometimes the only thing left to do is learn to live with the consequences of the choices we make. I made my choice that night, and I'll live with it for the rest of my life. The end.